Shall we start with the security news? I bet there's a little bit to talk about.
It was a hopping week, Leo. CBS did a report which was really rather scathing. You can find it on YouTube if you're curious. What they revealed in an investigative journalism piece was that nearly every digital copier sold since 2002, so that's the past 8 years, contains a hard disk drive which, for reasons that surpass understanding, maintains an image of every document that the machine has scanned or faxed for you.
Wow.
And these machines are often leased by companies for some period of time. When the lease is up, they want the newer model.
Right.
So some guy comes in and wheels in the new one and wheels out the old one. The old one goes into a warehouse. And this CBS story showed a warehouse containing thousands of sort of wrapped in plastic, sort of shrink-wrapped copiers. At the time the story was being done, 2 large containers, as in, shipping containers that go on huge, transatlantic
those freighters.
ships.
Yeah.
2 of those huge containers were being filled up with copiers headed for Argentina and Singapore.
Uh-huh.
Now, the investigators purchased for, I think it was maybe $300 or $400 each, 4 of these used copiers, and took them to a forensics guy who used freely available software, opened them up, took out the hard drives, and they found literally tens of thousands of documents. One of the copiers had been in a police station for the duration of its life, where it had scanned police records, driver's licenses, tax receipts, tax records. I mean, the list of documents that they recovered was mind-boggling. One of the other of the 4 copiers had been at a health insurance company for its duration, where they recovered all the documents that the scanner had seen, which for some reason were stored dutifully on this hard drive, and they found reams of personally identifiable information, medical records, health records, social security numbers. I mean, everything you can imagine. And so here was 4 randomly sampled copiers out of a huge warehouse. One of the employees during this story said, "Oh, yeah, we're getting copiers in all the time." And then they said, "Well, where are those 2 containers going?" "Oh, one's off to Argentina, one's off to Singapore. They buy our used copiers."
Hard drive and all.
Hard drive included. And one of the, I guess it might have been, it was someone, I think it was from Canon, was interviewed, one of the executives who explained that, "Oh, well, yeah, we tell people, that their documents are being stored in this thing. And for an extra $500, there's an encryption option." But apparently, not everyone gets that. And it's not even clear what it would do or how it would work. And frankly, I'm mystified by what function it is that requires a digital copier to store documents.
Well, you could see there'd be short-term storage. Maybe it's because it speeds up the scan, scans it in.
Well, exactly. And then you want, we need 20 copies of this.
Right.
So you feed it in once, it stores it on the hard drive, and then it dumps it out to its little, essentially a laser printer that's built in to this thing. But, have them expire after a day or after an hour. I mean, what's the point of storing every document you've ever scanned? And are they accessible through the control panel? I've not seen where you're able to somehow browse through past documents. I mean, that would be an obvious security and privacy concern. So It's like this thing is hiding these documents for some reason. And anyway, so
what about Kinko's? If you use a public copy place, presumably that's all being stored as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say one way or the other which technology does or doesn't, but I mean, this seems to be a huge unrecognized privacy problem where, these copiers really do need to have their hard drives scrubbed before they leave. And of course, that would kill the copier.
Right.
So the idea is when your lease is up, you don't want
Scrub.
to. You don't. Well, you can't kill the function of the copier. Presumably, if you did, run DBAN or something
I
against
see.
the drive,
Yeah.
it would render the copier non-functional. It probably boots off that hard drive as well. So,
What's a digital copier? What is it? How would you just? I mean, how would you know if you had a digital copier? What is that?
it's probably any recent copier which is running a scanner and is able to do fancy things like resize or duplex or uncollate, all those different things. You're gonna have to store the scanned images somewhere. Clearly, they're not storing it in RAM any longer. They're putting it on a hard drive.
Wow.
So, I mean, I would imagine that in the story, I recognized these as WD hard drives, which are, well known for many years as being very inexpensive in large OEM quantities. And so I could see the label on the drive going, that's a WD hard drive, Western Digital. And those are in copiers, apparently. That's just the way they operate now.